Today, I'm in Athens, Greece, and it's Easter. And honestly, things are getting a little weird around here. Stick around while I tell you about chanting, funerals in the middle of the night, and the capital city that literally stops everything just to party through the streets.
I'm a goddess that's in her prime. Superwoman, I am divine. Don't play with me, don't cross that line. I'm a goddess that's in her prime. I'm a goddess that's in her prime. Superwoman, I am divine. Don't play with me, don't cross that line. I'm a goddess that's in her prime.
Hello, y'all. I'm Miss World, also known as Casey, and my goal is to show you how to travel around the world in style and on a budget. Now, I'm not a big church-going person. I don't get together with loved ones for Easter dinner. So when I scheduled a trip to Athens in April, it did not occur to me that the Easter holiday is sometimes also in April. My Easter typically consists of, eating an entire chocolate bunny and laughing about it in a really evil way. Getting kicked out of Rite Aid for freaking people out, whatever that means, coming home to eat jelly beans until I throw up, and passing out while I watch slasher movies. Don't judge me. We all celebrate in our own ways. And where I'm from, the entire city does not spend a full week celebrating Easter. My city also does not completely shut down during Easter. So I was very surprised to find out that Greece does. And yes, I do mean basically the literal entire country of Greece. It gets a lot weirder. The people of Greece actually begin their Easter celebrations on the Monday before the holiday, and they have different stuff going on daily. Things really start to ramp up on Friday before Easter, which is Good Friday, because that's when they start carrying the coffins through the streets. It's in Christian belief, Jesus died on Good Friday, so they have a funeral for him. When Greece decided to reject the gods on Mount Olympus, they dove into Jesus with both feet, okay? They are religious here. So also beginning on Friday, strange things start to happen. Fireworks will light up the night sky. Candlelight will fill the streets. And there will be chanting. They do a procession at night carrying candles and chanting as they go to the churches. And there are churches everywhere in Greece, basically on every street. So if you see a bunch of people at night walking with candles and chanting in a foreign language, you are not in a horror movie. You're just in Greece during a religious holiday. And Easter is the biggest. It's even bigger here than Christmas, which Easter is the day that Jesus came back to life in the Christian stories. So it's kind of the sequel to Christmas. It's his second birthday. So on Easter Sunday and on Easter Monday, which is the day after Easter Sunday and which is totally not a holiday anywhere in the United States, everything is closed. Okay, everything. The museums, most of the restaurants, stores, the Parthenon, everything. This is because Greek people are celebrating throughout the streets. Mostly, they do this by eating roast lamb, and yes, everyone pretty much agrees that it's delicious. They slow roast it and enjoy lots of wine. Massive quantities of wine. Lent is over, Jesus is risen, and the party is on. Greece is an extremely hospitable country, so it's not at all uncommon for visitors in Greece to be invited to join these celebrations. If you're here at this time, you'll probably be offered lamb. There will be singing and music and fireworks all day and all night. The church bells ring all day. They actually ring pretty much the whole weekend. It's kind of a lot. So partying and eating lamb is a good way to enjoy a Greek Easter. Another thing you want to do is get your red eggs. In the US, we dye eggs different colors. We buy them plain and dye them ourselves. In Greece, you get your eggs already dyed, and they're always and only dyed red. That's to symbolize the blood of Christ, which seems kind of weird, but remember, Jesus himself liked to party by drinking blood and eating human flesh. So dyed eggs are definitely a huge improvement. They also play a sort of game in Greece with their Easter eggs, which are hard-boiled just like most Easter eggs. Now, you play this game with a friend. You each take a red egg in your hand, and you sort of bang them together. Not too hard, but with some force because you want to crack an egg. Ideally, you want to crack that other person's egg, because if you crack theirs without cracking yours, you'll have good luck for the year. Yeah, a year. The stakes on this egg cracking business are pretty high. Thanks for the pressure. If I'm not fully on top of my egg game, apparently I'll be cursed for the next 12 months. But it's somehow inappropriate to bite the heads off of chocolate bunnies in front of children at the drugstore while you laugh maniacally. Show me where that rule is written down, Rite Aid. Anyway, they don't really do Easter baskets in Greece. Eating a bunch of candy to show your love for Jesus isn't a thing here. Easter is a very religious holiday, and until the actual day itself, it is very serious and very somber. As a traditional Greek, it's a time of mourning. It's not until Sunday that it's time to party, and they do that with food and song instead of with candy and yelling at the manager of Rite Aid that as a paying customer, I actually have every right to be here. And by the way, you're out of chocolate bunnies, so someone needs to restock that area. It is a unique experience that I actually did not intend to have, and I'm not going to hold you. It completely ruined my itinerary, and I had to plan out my entire trip to Greece a second time. I had to cancel seeing certain attractions and eating at certain places because, FYI, they really don't like to do a whole lot on Good Friday either. And just about every business in Greece is only open for half the day, if they open at all. It's kind of a scene, and it is unique. People come from around the world to celebrate Easter in Greece specifically. Easter night in Athens was off the chart. Fireworks going off, people singing, wine flowing, lamb roasting. If that's your type of scene, make sure you check the calendar very carefully. People in Greece are mostly Greek Orthodox, which is like the Catholic Church, but the Catholic Church is way too hip and modern for Greek Orthodoxy. They're working from the rules established before the 1300s, and no, I'm not kidding around this time. It's known as the Great Schism, and you can learn more about that if you're interested on many YouTube channels that talk about religion and history. The point is, the date of the Greek Orthodox Easter and the Easter celebrated by everyone else is generally not the same day. Now, lucky me, both holidays did fall on the same day when I was in Athens, and it also fell in such a way that I kind of got effed on ticket prices on things and ended up paying more. But I will explain exactly how that happened in an upcoming video when I break down my budget and go off on a brand new rant about the perfect storm that caused me to have to pay full price, why I shouldn't have had to pay full price, and how I'm still kind of in an attitude about it. As a matter of fact, I think the Easter stuff has been put out at the Rite Aid. So I'm going to destroy a chocolate bunny, and you're going to subscribe to the channel. So you can join me while I break down the rest of my trip to Athens and tell you all about what I did during Easter Sunday when just about everything was closed. Because as long as there are chocolate bunnies and kids to terrify, I really don't need museums anyway. Actually, that's not true. I wouldn't know what to do without museums. Actually, what I really need is to find a museum that sells chocolate bunnies. So I'm going to do that. You're going to subscribe, and we'll both be here next week. As long as I don't get arrested again for disturbing the peace at Rite Aid, whatever that means. Thank you for watching, and thank you for taking this weird journey with me. Now, Voyager, sail forth to seek and find.